Faithletic, that's right, the podcast. We are back and back. We're not Texas back, but we're back. Welcome to the show. I am Coach Dan. He is
KC.
And we are in the house tonight at the beautiful podcast Sports Palace Studios in
We're
beautiful
out here.
parts unknown. We don't totally give out our location, but I can say we're somewhere in Oklahoma. Oh,
Totally my fault.
there
Dan.
we go. We're hearing it from
Totally
two different
my
directions.
fault. Totally me.
So, Kyle, welcome back, man.
Hey,
I missed
good
you.
to be back.
Even though I saw you yesterday, I
Hey.
still missed you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Dan's my buddy.
Yeah, well,
We're buddies.
we're something like that.
Yeah, we were going to watch the national championship game together, and then we were both so
Like,
tired.
yeah, it's like,
We
just
texted
whatever.
throughout.
yeah,
But anyway.
we did. We did until
Oh,
I got
my
tired of
gosh.
seeing Joe Burrow throw touchdown passes. So I thought, okay, you know what? He may be the best prototypical pro quarterback coming out of college that I may have ever seen.
You
He's pretty.
think so? Him
Yeah.
and Trevor Lawrence in that game together just look like pro quarterbacks.
They were pretty
to
good.
me.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence probably has another year of development, maybe.
Yeah.
But physically, what a great battle to really solid prototypical quarterbacks.
It almost makes it's got to make OU fans feel a touch better
Maybe
that they even pounded Clemson, who
Yeah.
did give them a great first half.
They
by
did.
the way, it was a good first half
Yeah.
for sure. Shout out! We have some people joining us
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
Let them know.
Colin Hagerman.
Yeah, hey, Colin.
He is here every week.
Yep.
Man, thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
Colin. Vicky Pickens Burkle out there. My aunt and uncle
Uh-oh.
are both on here tonight. Matt Peters and Kelly
I wonder
Peters.
who they say Go Hawks.
and
Had
he
to be
says
somewhere
Go
around
Hawks.
there.
Yes, so they
Yeah.
are in Iowa. Russell Meigel just joined, and he's a big Astros fan. I don't know about that anymore, but we'll have to talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
But
Go
we got
ahead.
hey. We
Well, this is a very special show, and
Yeah.
every show is a special show to us. But what's special about it is coming up here in about 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to have a very special call-in guest all the way from Grinnell, Iowa.
yeah.
The former Team Black Powerlifting. He is a 2018 National High School Powerlifting Champion, and he is one of the hottest college football prospects in the country as an offensive lineman. He will join us here in about 20 minutes. Dodge Sauser, formerly of Yukon, Oklahoma. His dad used to be the head football coach at Yukon High School.
Sure.
And him and his dad and his little brother all competed with us with Team Black Powerlifting. So I'm excited about having him on the show. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait to. I talked to him a little
Just
bit before
briefly,
in
yeah.
our pregame fist fight.
Meeting before the meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So all you
it's pretty
Iowa
exciting.
people out there, get excited because his dad went to Iowa. No, your dad went to Iowa.
My
I believe
dad
his
went to Iowa,
went
yep,
to Iowa. Yeah, I mean,
uh-huh.
it's just
And my aunt and uncle are in Iowa.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
right now, so we do have. This is a special Iowa show. I didn't even mean to wear this, by the way.
yeah, sure.
I really didn't. That's what I wore to work today. Not the sweatpants though.
Yeah,
but
well,
whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, that national championship game was.
It was good.
It was it was good for a blowout almost.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it was good
towards
for a
the
while.
end, yeah, but it was just fun watching Joe Burrow
Yeah, he's good.
for sure.
He's definitely all that. I mean, I hope that he lands with an NFL team that can protect him, because I don't care how good a quarterback is if he ain't got protection.
Right.
He's going to be awful.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because it'll probably end up on the Bengals. But
Yeah.
the most Bengals.
The
thing
Bengals?
The most Bengals thing to do would be
Best bangle for your butt.
would be to trade that pick away. But
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. Well, you could pull the John Elway. Well, I ain't going there.
Yeah.
Or Eli.
Or Eli.
I
Yeah.
ain't going there.
Yeah.
And who was the other guy that did? Well, it was Elway, wasn't it? Elway said if he got, he was the first one to do it, right?
I
kinda
think
held,
so. Yeah.
Was
Held
it the
them-
Giants? Was it no?
The Browns, right?
It was
No.
Elway held somebody hostage. I
Yeah.
think it was the Giants.
Could have been. What do you mean
then-
that's twice?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then Eli did it
Eli
with the
didn't
Chargers.
Yeah, he didn't want to go to the
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah.
They drafted Phil Rivers though.
Yeah, well, they got a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Or
Or
was
did
it
they
Phil- no,
Drew Brees.
Yeah,
Drew Brees.
who Saints got a good deal.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So, shout out to Matt Gilbert, Dr. Matt Gilbert.
Oh yeah.
And Peyton Means.
Yeah. Hey, Peyton.
Yes.
See, we'll cover it a little bit later. Peyton, hang tight because we're going to get into the NFL towards the latter half of our show today because we need to talk about the NFC and AFC championship games. And I know that there wasn't a Chiefs fan on this planet. I haven't even heard from my boy Jeff Folks yet about what happened Sunday.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard from him. I just come on, man.
If he's like me, which this is no joke, my Apple Watch alerted me and told me to breathe several times throughout that game. And then I took a little, there's a little heart monitor on there just in case your heart's out of whack, and Apple will detect that for you. Anyway, off the charts. Just squiggles on my little heart. And I was, oh my gosh.
I bet.
It was, yeah. We'll talk
about that here in a bit. I'll talk about it later. But so, getting into college football, have you seen the 2 early predictions yet? Have you seen them?
I saw that OU's ranked pretty high. Yeah.
Did you see what OSU is?
13?
13.
Yeah.
Because they got the triplets back.
Yeah.
And everybody's going,
Hey.
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
It won't matter.
Hey.
I hate Toby. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm kind of down on the Cowboys. It's kind of like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're gonna get slide even if they go 13-0. The NCAA will figure out a way to slant them out of the playoff picture. Trust me.
I don't
totally believe that with all my heart.
I think better of them, but
don't think too hard.
But I don't know. Let's not think too hard about it. But I think OSU will have a decent season because Chuba is coming back. That was a pretty big deal. And then you'll have Spencer Sanders in his second season.
Yep.
Dang, it's hard to.
Tylan Wallace, man.
Yeah,
how does he not get mentioned? I know he went down, but he didn't go down that early. I mean, he was through 8 games or something.
Yeah.
And he was the best receiver in the country. And then now it's nobody even remembers who he is.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting for sure because I think OSU is going to be just fine. But
they'll be fine, but it won't matter. It won't matter.
OU will probably find somebody in the portal too, to come to them.
Yeah, sure.
We're dang it, again.
Has everyone lost faith in Texas? Maybe. I mean, everybody kind of thought they were going to be pretty good this year, and then it just kind of they got.
You know what?
Lost a lot of
George
games.
W. Bush once said, "Fool me once, shame on me.
Fool me twice,
fool
shame
me
on
twice.
me."
You don't get fooled. You don't get fooled again.
Yeah.
Actually, fool me 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Yeah, that. I mean.
Well, what season is this for Tom Herman? Is this 4th year?
3rd or 4th.
4th year, maybe.
Yeah.
3rd year. I think it's 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
And the first year, give him a little bit. Get his people in there. Second year, 4th. I think this is his 3rd. This will be his 4th.
Yeah, you would think with whatever his name, Bushell, in there, you would think maybe. He had the talent to take him far.
He did.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't know. They have all the you don't ever want to put it this way, but they have all the money in the world.
They do. They have whatever they want.
All the money in the world, and it's in Austin used to be such a cool destination to go to. Austin, Waco's kind of becoming Austin a little bit. It's closer. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Next year will be his 5th season.
Wow.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5th season.
He's got to be on the hot seat, though, if he doesn't win.
And what did they end up? He's 25-15 in 4 years. Let's see. That's right. So 50 games. 40 games.
You know what that is?
That
average.
doesn't sound right.
That's average.
That doesn't sound right.
What do you mean?
Maybe it is, though. That's only 10 games a year.
Well.
25-15 is 40.
So he's in his 4th season.
Yeah,
then?
this will be his 4th season.
That's what I thought. This will be his 4th.
So because he'd be playing, that's probably about right. So I don't know. I mean,
Obviously,
Usually, what, 5 years
Yeah.
for a college coach to really start seeing significant
I think
improvement?
so. And then you have, but they've also, they beat Georgia last year in the championship game, and then they beat,
Huh?
not in their bowl game, not
Oh,
the
yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
They beat Georgia, and then they beat Utah this year.
You're starting to think like a Texas fan. Yeah, we were in the national championship last year, don't you remember?
No.
We played Georgia.
Yeah. So,
Play the Bulldogs.
yeah. Well, actually, no. Russell's watching, and he's a big Texas fan.
Really?
Yeah. So
Sorry, man.
Russell, if you're out there, do you think? Oh, he said last year had a good season.
What?
Had a good season. Well, I think their expectations. They didn't really match his expectations.
Were
though.
they 6-6 or something like that?
I don't remember.
I just-
Last year, okay, so I don't know if he was talking about this year, but
He is
this
4-0
year,
in bowl games, though.
they just
So he has had 4 seasons.
he has.
He's 4-0 in bowl
So
games.
this is going to be his 5th.
Yeah.
So it's not worth keeping a guy around though if it's just going to be average. Though last year was a good season for him, I'll give him that. This year, you would think that they're going to build upon the year before that, and this year they just didn't do that. And so I think that they've underperformed. They're overvalued right now. Yeah, Russell says they were great in 2018.
Okay,
they were good in
here's his
2018.
record so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Help
how's
me
he
out.
4-0? Maybe that's so 2017 was his first season.
Oh, with Houston.
Yeah, that's right.
They've included with Houston.
Okay, so he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So 2017 he was 7-6. 2018 he was 10-4. And 2019 he was 8-5.
Yeah, Russell does say he's on the hot seat.
He's
So
gotta be.
that's kind of how I feel. It's like you, with all the money in the world that they have down there, all the facilities that they have, you have your own network. By goodness, like, just you got to be doing better than that. They should be in the top 10 conversation every year. But maybe this is one of those 8-10 year stretches that teams go on, like OU or back in the early 90s and all of that. Like, maybe it's just a run that they're going on that is just meh. They're just meh. But they should come out to the other side, I think, for sure.
So his coaching tree that has worked under him that's become head coaches is one. And guess who it is?
Who's that?
Major Applewhite.
Major Applewhite.
Fired at Houston. He's coached under Mac Brown, David Bailiff at Texas State, Paul Rhodes at Iowa State, Urban Meyer at Ohio State, and then he came to and he went to Houston.
Yes.
As head coach of Houston.
So Russell, my guy, says he needs 10 years to win, or 10 wins next year.
Yeah, I haven't looked at their
wins
schedule,
next
but
year.
I don't think they're going to get it. I could be wrong. But
I don't know. I think so too. I think I have really high expectations for them. So
you have high what's that definition? Meaning you expect more out of Texas, or you think he's going to win that many games?
No, I expect more out of Texas.
too.
Yeah,
I do
I
too.
really do. I think that's right now why the Big 12 is
Struggling. So, how true is this? Are they becoming Texas A&M? Because Texas A&M, they always think they're better than they really are. They're always all that stuff. Overrated, underrated, money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Texas A&M is like always overrated. So, are they becoming Texas A&M?
I don't know. I think probably I would say no. Maybe I would. I don't know, because Texas A&M, their fan base is they're almost cultish. Like Texas A&M's fans they're probably the same. Yeah, I think they're probably the
pretty.
same.
I'm not even talking about the fans. I'm just talking about the program.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
everybody always it's one of the greatest coaching jobs in the country. Is it? Is it really? I mean, yeah, they got this 12th man thing that's like historical, but after that, what have they really done? I mean, seriously. Johnny
it is
Manziel's their
interesting.
claim to fame in modern football.
No,
Texas
you're
A&M?
you're right about that. That fact is like when's the last time they've won a national championship, if ever?
A&M or Texas?
A&M.
Oh, like the 50s.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like that's what I don't understand, though, because it's like this is just a big destination, A&M. Like I get it, but I don't get it. Like really, I don't understand why like Jimbo Fisher would leave Florida State 3 years ago, whenever that
was.
Go
to the SEC.
Like to go to the SEC and go to A&M of all places, and hasn't competed well since he's been there. Like I don't get that for sure.
Trying to look. Oh, here it is. I'm going to find out what if they've ever. They may have never. Maybe in the.
Probably back in the olden times.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Bear Bryant was there in the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Claimed
national titles. Oh, God.
1919, okay. 1927.
Okay.
And 1939.
Yeah, but
that's it.
But you got to go to A&M. That's an interesting.
Division titles, 90, of course, I don't even know if they ever won the Southwest Conference.
Yeah.
97, 98, and 2010, they won their division in the Southeast Conference. I don't really know. I don't have the stats here for the Southwest Conference. Oh, here we go. Conference affiliations. So they were in the Southwest Conference 1915 to 1996. In the Big 12. They did win the Big 12 once. It was 98, I believe. 97 or 98, because Kansas State was the number one team in the country, and they beat them. That's when Mike Stoops was still the defensive coordinator. Mike Stoops was the defensive coordinator, and they upset Kansas State in the Big 12 championship game. 97, I believe, was the year.
Yeah, because 98 Nebraska won the national championship that year.
Well, Kansas State didn't play for it. They got bumped out of the national championship game because A&M beat them.
Sure.
I think that was 90. That was the 98 Big 12 championship game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's correct. Because 97, Texas.
Do you think that they should have ever fired Mac Brown?
Oh, probably, yeah.
He's still, yeah. I mean, like this year or the past couple of years with Mac Brown in North Carolina, like.
I mean, he's brought them back from death.
Which is wild.
But, so what? I mean, they're still not that good. They won a bowl game, and I mean, he was great hire for the program at the time, but can he maintain? He's too soft.
Mac Brown?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll answer that for Chris.
He's just so old.
He's up there.
He's just so old.
Why don't you just stay at Texas and collect your $500,000 or whatever, $1 million a year, and retire and just sit back on his patio? I get it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Russell says they got lazy, or he got lazy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the case after it kind of like once you have that championship with Vince Young, like where can you go? There's nowhere to go.
Yeah,
after that.
They did win a national title, which they won a national title, since OU's won one. So
in the best game I've
probably
ever watched, I think.
Pretty close.
A college game anyway.
Pretty close. I mean, I go back further than you.
Yeah.
As a kid, the best one I ever saw was Texas against Arkansas in '69.
What about OU Nebraska?
I saw that
in 1970.
That was a pretty good game. I like the Texas Arkansas better, but
Johnny Rogers.
Yeah, that was a good game, no doubt. I can guarantee you nobody around here is a big fan of that game. But
people don't like to talk about that.
No.
It's where my aunt and my great aunt, great uncle, and my grandma and grandpa all went to that game.
Yeah.
And I have heard stories about that game since I was but a child.
Yeah, but you have.
Actually, my aunt and uncle got married, and then the next day they went to that game. So, yeah. Anyway.
No, it's there. That'd be another topic maybe at some point in time. I always got to remember these great topics that I think of while we're just talking,
right,
and I never write them down. And I got to start writing them down because there are games or situations that's happened to you that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I can think of like a dozen right now.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to talk about them. If you remind me when we go to break here in a second, I'll write that down. Topics OU fans don't like to talk about.
Yeah, that
maybe next week.
Top 5.
By the way, we have got an exciting guest next Thursday. I don't know if we should let the cat out of the bag yet.
Yeah, because who knows what could happen. But
let's just put it this way: we plan on having a bombshell of a guest in-house, in
Neg-
person, next Thursday night at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
When I get more of a confidence that it's going to happen,
Yeah.
I'll probably say something.
Yeah.
Right now,
yeah.
I don't want to get everybody's hopes up.
We'll post it throughout
Yeah.
the week. Well,
But you
I
wanna
can
be
make
here.
another video. Yeah.
It'll be one of the most exciting 2 hours, hour and a half we've ever done, I promise
yeah.
you.
So
We may
anyway.
not even get a word in edgewise.
No, we'll just let him run.
We can cut, or we can just cut the mic off. All right, we're going to take a break because we're going to bring in our special guest, Dodge Sauser, one of the top football prospects in the country. High school player out of Iowa is going to be back on the phone. He's not here in person. On the phone in about 2 minutes. So don't leave. We're going to leave you out with some music, and want to make sure that you don't miss out. Dodge Sauser going to be with us here in just a moment.
Don't you leave. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and at this time, I'd like to bring in a former member of Team Black Powerlifting. Actually, there's never a former member, Team Black Powerlifting. He came to us with his dad and his little brother about 3 years ago, and he became part of our program and actually participated in one of our live events that we held back in 2017, I believe. And at this time, I'd like to bring in Dodge Sauser out of Grinnell, Iowa. And Dodge, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
So, Dodge is a junior at Grinnell, Iowa, where his dad is a head football coach, and he is going to be a senior next year. And I've been kind of bragging on him. He's, you're the best offensive lineman in the country, prospect, right, Dodge?
No.
Yeah. Is that a yes or no?
No.
I'm talking you up a bit, but I will tell you this. He is 2018 National High School Powerlifting Champion. He was also the 2017 National High School Athlete of the Year in the Natural Athlete Strength Association. So and that was back when he was like a sophomore, right? A freshman or sophomore?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Freshman, yeah.
Pretty cool accolade there. So you need to put that on your resume,
No,
Bubby, if
definitely.
you ain't done it yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I'm going to bring you in here, let Kyle talk to you for a couple of minutes because we've got a couple of Iowa Hawkeyes here, and Dodge is a huge Iowa fan. So, Kyle, go ahead and take it away.
Dodge. So, question: what is your favorite Hawkeye moment that you can remember? Is there anything that's on the top of your head? They're like, man, I remember this. Like anything
Favorite
yeah.
Hawkeye. I'd probably have to say, I'll go with Hawkeye moment that like I've seen on TV and then what I've been at. So probably my favorite one I've seen on TV would probably be when we kicked the game-winning field goal to beat Michigan.
Yes.
That was when I was living in Oklahoma, so we had that going on the TV, and then we were going, crazy and stuff. And then probably my favorite game I've ever been to was probably, I think it was in 2012 when we played Michigan at home, and I think we stopped them on like the 2-yard line in the game.
Yeah, that's awesome. Kinnick Stadium is, to me, one of the most underrated places to go watch a game. Yeah, I've been to several games myself, and is just it's so fun to go. And I've never actually gone since they started the wave. Have you been since they started the wave there?
Yeah, I have. I'm trying to think. Last year was the first time I ever got to participate in it when they played Iowa State, and it's amazing when they do it. The whole stadium does it. Both teams' fans and both teams, referees, everyone turns on and waves, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it really is a cool moment. It is literally every week that they do that, and they even do it on the road sometimes. That at the end of the first quarter they'll wave, and it is seriously, to me, it's emotional, and man, it's just one of the cool, most wholesome things, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people and parents that are looking at something like that like, man, I would love to send my kids to Iowa because of that tradition that's going on, and it's been so revered as the best tradition in college sports. Right
Absolutely.
now. So it is really, really awesome. So can you tell us what is the best? Yeah, I mean, obviously you're in the you're with coaches all the time and all that. What's the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten from a coach, or most recent there? Man, that really stuck with me. Is there anything?
I mean, it's kind of cliche, but just kind of keep, just pounding away and working hard. Because, I mean, a lot of the time, just even when you get into recruiting and stuff, I mean, it's a very select few amount of kids who really, they don't have to maybe go out and reach out to coaches, maybe email them or text them or, go out to a bunch of camps. So, I mean, the big thing is just keep working hard and stay patient.
Yeah, I think that's a great word. I think that's we kind of live in that microwave society. We think that things are just supposed to happen in an instant, but there is so much truth to, man, you got to work hard at what you're doing. I know Coach Dan does a great job at promoting that with his athletes.
Absolutely.
For sure, yeah. So,
well, one thing that's unique about Dodge is when he came in, him and his dad were, and trust me, I've dealt with, and I don't say this I'm not trying to be negative, but I've dealt with a lot of coaches through my life who wouldn't listen, like they always know, what's right. And your dad came in there, and you did as well. And like, I'm open to whatever makes me better. And
absolutely.
And I just think if we had a lot more of that, and that's probably why you are where you are today, because you're open to improvement.
Absolutely.
And I know.
Absolutely.
And just speaking of that, I mean, what are you squatting these days?
Let's see. I think my best max right now is I think 430 right now.
Yeah. Good for you, man. So by the end of your senior year, you should be close to 6, right?
I know. And the 430, I didn't have knee straps on either.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good for you. You don't need them yet.
No, definitely.
Yeah, tell your dad you can't put them on again until you squat 5.
All right.
So how does next season look for you guys?
It looks good. As crazy as it sounds, we finished 6-3 in our regular season this year, and we did not make the playoffs.
Right.
In Iowa, I mean, there was even there was an 8-1 team that didn't even make the playoffs.
Wow.
So,
Is that right?
yeah.
Wow.
So,
Iowa football
playoffs up here are crazy. I mean, it's real tough to get in, but next year I believe we return, I think, 17 or 18 starters.
That's amazing.
And a lot of them are upperclassmen. So, I mean, there's tons of guys who have had experience playing varsity football, and it should just be a great year.
How tall are you now, man?
Right now, no shoes, 6'4".
Wow. How much you weigh?
Right now I'm around 265 to 270.
That's amazing. Now, how tall is your little brother now?
Now, I think he's probably about 5'10", I believe.
Yeah. Now, is he playing? He's playing quarterback, right?
What'd you say?
Is he playing quarterback?
Yeah, he was our starting quarterback as a freshman this year.
That's amazing.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Yep.
So you got to protect your little bro on the line, then.
No, absolutely a little extra motivation.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah. That's a really cool thing that you're being able to do that. So
I will tell you this, that his dad told me, and this was like 2 years ago, that he was one of the smartest players he's ever coached. And he's sneaky.
No doubt. It's
he did.
unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah, and you were sneaky. Sneaky good, I think, was the word he used.
Yeah, he's a skinny old guy, but I mean he knows it inside and out. He's good.
Yep. Well, so talk about you're kind of in a little bit of a recruiting process. It's still kind of early on, but tell me where you'd like. Well, I don't know if you could tell us where you'd like to end up, but you have had an offer or two, correct?
Yeah, last Thursday I got my first offer from the University of Toledo in Ohio.
Congratulations.
Thank you. They're Division I, and I think they won their conference championship last year.
The Rockets, man.
A good program.
Yep.
Toledo Rockets. That's
pretty
cool. Blue and yellow colors are great.
And you've had a couple of recruiting trips, right?
Yeah. Let's see. So I'll be visiting that for the first time on this upcoming Monday. But as for visits, I've been to other places. I went to, I think, 4 or 5 Iowa State home games this year. I went to 1 Iowa game, a Kansas State game, 2 Nebraska games, a Northern Illinois game, and a UNI game. And it was just a lot of fun. It's amazing just because, I mean, I've always, getting to go to a college football game has always been a treat, especially. But this year when, guys tell you, like, we'd like you to come, like, you can come for free. I mean, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool. That's a cool thing. 4 trips to Ames, huh?
Yeah, before the season started, we were talking. It was probably after I came up for the first game of the year, and they just told me, whatever home game you want to come to, just let us know, and you can come to all of our home games if you want. That was really cool.
That is cool.
Went to an Iowa game, and then Nebraska, I got to go to. And they played Ohio State and Iowa. That was an unbelievable atmosphere.
Oh man, that's the way that I was raised. Is my dad lived in Lincoln for a while, and my whole dad's side of the family are Nebraska fans. And
Huskers.
Yes, and he's a Iowa fan, obviously, but he's both. He's always liked both, and that never was a rivalry up until about 8 years ago when they joined the Big 12. So, got a special spot in my heart for Nebraska always. But man,
absolutely,
that atmosphere is pretty amazing.
It's crazy.
So, I mean, have you got to meet some of these coaches and all that, or are you just mostly like assistants or?
So Nebraska, anyways. I've met the O-line coach several times. I met the defense coordinator several times. And then I actually got to meet Coach Frost and talk to him for a minute or two before the Iowa game.
That is very cool.
Well, Kyle might faint.
I mean, it is cool. I mean, just especially when you think Big 12 football right now, or Big 10 football.
Yeah,
like those, I mean, those are, to me, the best offensive lines in the country, with Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska. I mean, you had to compete in that conference, you have to have a good offensive line. So if you're getting looks from those guys, I mean, that's no joke. I mean, Dan did say one of the best, recruited. So that is a big deal to be recruited by those schools for sure. So that's awesome.
I know I have a preference of where you go to school, but it's just selfish because if you go to Iowa State, I'll probably get to see you play ball because they played at Oklahoma.
True.
Or Oklahoma State, either one. So, I mean, I'd prefer to go see it. Yeah, I'd rather prefer to go see you play at Stillwater because I'm not a OU fan, as you probably remember, at all.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make a trip down there this spring.
Well, yeah, we did a meet last year. We finally did our own meet. We put it together. It was sanctioned by us. We didn't have anybody else we were dealing with. We'd love for you and your dad and your brother to come in and. I mean, it bouts up against football probably because we're gonna do it August 1st, I believe.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, love to have you guys come. We can, we'll work something out for you. But also, we'd love to come up and watch you guys play too. I know it's a long road trip for us, but it'd be worth it just to see you guys.
I just did that. I did that road trip.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I did that road trip myself 3 weeks ago. So it was right through Grinnell, actually. So. It is a drive there.
It's a drive.
Yes.
Well, what did you think of the national championship game?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I love watching Joe Burrow and LSU. I mean, going into the game, I thought LSU would kind of roll, and then, they got down and they came back and they ended up, rolling a little bit at the end. And I think Joe Burrow's one of the best college players ever, and I think they were one of the best teams ever.
Well, I don't know if I'd go best teams ever. I don't know if I'd totally agree with, but as far as Joe Burrow, he may be the best prototypical quarterback I've ever seen come out of college.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, Dodge, you are making a point that a lot of people have been throwing out there, and I know we're kind of always thinking about the most recent thing that happened, but there is an argument to be made about LSU being one of the best teams of all time this year.
Yeah, I think that just because, I've never seen anyone do what they do on offense to the level of teams now, because I just think the game's changed so much since, the last 30 years. There's been great teams throughout the years, but, I really feel like teams are getting almost better and better, and then what they were able to do there on offense this year was just insane.
Yeah, to me, they're better than, any Alabama team, honestly. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I agree. To win against the top five, or 5 top 10 teams this year, the way that they did was incredible. They were blowing teams out of the water. From the SEC championship game in the playoffs, I don't think that we'll see a team like that. So I know it sounds crazy to say 3 days after the championship, but I think there's an argument to be made for sure.
No, absolutely.
So just to let you know, Dodge, we've got several of our Team Black members listening in on the show. Kevin couldn't; he had to work, but he wanted me to tell you hi. Terrence wanted me to tell you hi.
Darn.
Jeff Pyatt is listening in. Tim Bilyeu's listening in.
Right. Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Yeah. So they're excited, and just tell you and your dad and your brother are like legends around our complex. So.
No, I miss it so much just because, especially with Team Black, when we first kind of started coming in, when we really came in, it was kind of a tough part in my life, I was about to start high school, and, I'd made friends the last 3 years. I knew I had to move again, and then just being able to really get in to do something like that, it was just really nice to have. I really do miss it a lot. It was a great time.
Well, a couple of, or at least one of the kids you went to school with at UConn is part of our group. Austin is part of our group. He remembers you and your brother, and he's a freshman this year, so he was the same age as your brother. But he's playing football at UConn High School this year, and
I got you.
And I'm pretty sure I don't see him listening to us, but he's heard every one of our shows, and because we also have our show on YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel. So
I got
if you want to go back and listen to any of our old shows, you can just pull up Faithletic, the podcast, on YouTube, and you can. I think we've got about 13 or 14 shows you can go and listen to. So,
Okay, sweet.
So we have a segment here. You want to do a guest
Sure.
with overvalued, undervalued? A guest?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
For
we have
sure.
a segment here. It's an original segment that Kyle and I created. And the name of
Sure.
that segment is called Overvalued, Undervalued, or Money. And what we do is we name a person, a coach, a player, an athlete or an entertainer, athlete, a song, a movie, a food,
Okay.
anything that we think of. And you have to rate it. It's either overvalued, which is more than it's really worth, and then
Sure.
undervalued, which is not given enough credit, or right on the money. And what we do is we say
Okay.
it, and you tell us overvalued, undervalued, or money. You follow?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to let Kyle go first. I'm going to do one, and then we'll let Kyle finish up on the last one. So he's going to give you a name, person, coach, person, food, player, athlete, whatever, entertainer. Go, Kyle.
Sure.
All right. This is going to be a little bit Iowa-themed.
Okay, sure.
Have you ever had a made-right sandwich?
I have not.
Okay, so we can't do that one. Dang it. It is it's like you'll have to go sometime, but they're only in like Iowa in that area, and they're like,
Okay.
yeah, beef sandwiches are so good. Anyway, so I'll answer that question. It's money.
Okay.
What about Taco John's? Have you been to Taco John's?
Oh, money.
Money. Money. Absolutely. That's my guy.
So tell me about Taco John's. What's so special?
They got these little thing called potato olays. I mean, that's probably the special there. It's just these little kind of hash browns that are in these circles, but the seasonings they put on them, it's unbelievable. They
so
go
good.
for any meal.
Me and my dad, anytime that we get close to one, we got to get 6
Totally.
6 packs in a pound. So that's a 6-pack of tacos and a pound of potato olays. So,
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Dan, you got one?
Yeah, I do. So overvalued, undervalued, or money? Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. Overvalued.
And why is that?
I mean, I think I just right now. I just don't think that great of a team. I mean, they were close in the playoffs, but some of the losses they had this year, it just really surprised me at the players they had.
So how do you feel about their new coach? Any opinion?
I mean, I think it's a pretty good hire. I mean, I think it'll be better.
What? Remind me who your favorite pro team is. Is it Steelers?
It's the Bears.
The Bear. Well, there you go,
There you
Kyle.
go.
One of Kyle's teams. But you got a little secret about Kyle and inside information. He has like 14 favorite teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's exaggerated.
And
but
not by
it's
much.
Whatever. Hey. No, I do like the Bears. I lived there forever, so I do like the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
But
Bears.
I'm a Chiefs guy.
Bears.
Anyway, yeah, the Bears, they'll break your heart.
So will the Cowboys.
Last year's field goal off the crossbar just flew.
Oh, the double doink. It was a bad
Yeah.
day. It was a bad day because that happened. I was really hoping for last year to be a Chiefs-Bears Super Bowl. It really looked like
Yeah, that was an unbelievable.
everything was aligning. I would have probably died, had a heart attack, all of that. It was all the stars were aligning. That happened, and then the next week, D Ford was offsides. So this was a really rough postseason. I haven't slept much in the past year, so anyway.
All right, last one. Overvalued, undervalued, or money? Kyle,
Derrick
go.
Henry.
Uh-oh.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. I think he's right on the money. I think everyone knows. I mean, he's a beast. He's going to run you over, and he's one of the best guys in the league. I think he's right on the money.
He is he's the little tractorcito.
Yeah.
He is that I am a little worried about. There's a pit in my stomach that has been there since Sunday afternoon. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well,
I
well,
think
I
he's
know,
money too.
My dad and my little brother, they're big old Titans fans.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's going to be an exciting day next week, huh? This Sunday.
Yeah. So, who do you think is going to win, Dodge, these games for the NFL games?
I really do like the Chiefs because, I mean, they're, a closer team. They're a lot of fun to watch, and I've been to Arrowhead, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think the Titans are going to go 3-0 and upset.
Oh.
Dodge, I don't like that. It's been nice having you. So you got the Titans, and then who do you have in the NFC?
Let's see. I mean, the 49ers, they had George Kittle, who's an Iowa guy, which I like a lot.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go with the Niners because I don't like the Packers.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think that it'll likely be the Niners, and George Kittle was actually rated the #1 player on Pro Football Focus this year.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
He is my favorite non-Chief in the NFL because he does love Iowa so much, and
he's awesome.
He's awesome. He's a funny guy too, so he's really fun to watch.
Hey, is your sister still going to Arkansas?
Yeah, she's still there right now.
Awesome.
So, she's a junior. She'll graduate in the spring, and then she'll go to graduate school next year and graduate after that.
Well, our pastor just came to Trinity a few months ago. Was the chaplain for the entire sports program at the University of Arkansas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. He was at which church was it there at Arkansas?
Cross Church.
Yeah.
In Arkansas.
Oh yeah, I know Cross, big old church. Yeah.
And Brian Mills is his name, and he is our pastor now. But he was the chaplain there at the University of Arkansas. So anyway,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Dodge, man, you and your dad and your brother are always welcome here in Oklahoma. Welcome to Team Black Powerlifting or anything else, our home or whatever you need. And I want you to make sure you tell your dad hi. And tell him we miss you guys, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you somewhere down the road, man. I appreciate you coming on the show today.
No, Coach, thanks for having me. I mean, really miss you guys too, and hopefully we'll definitely be able to see you real soon.
All right, that's Dodge Sauser from Grinnell, Iowa, and maybe looking at him playing at against Stillwater OU next year, perhaps, huh? Maybe.
Yeah.
At some point.
We'll see.
We'll see, buddy. Good luck to you, and good luck to your
appreciate it,
season next year. And I've been paying attention to you guys since you left here, so just keep it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. I will.
Let me know if anything we can do for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Take care.
Yeah,
right.
Take it easy. Go Hawks.
Yes, sir. Go Hawks. See you guys.
See you, Dodge. What a great guest.
Yeah.
Wasn't that awesome?
Excellent young man. And it's good to hear. He seems that's pretty cool to have that many people looking at you too. Like those are big schools.
Yeah.
But he seems grounded, and I know that's a lot.
He is very much so. Yeah.
So really cool, and it was awesome to hear from him. So.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick timeout. As soon as I can find my, there we go. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Got it around here somewhere. Maybe I won't. Huh. I don't know which one it is.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
What did it do?
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what's happening. You just have pictures of
There it is. There, okay.
Hey.
We back in about a minute and a half. Join us at Faithletic, the podcast. We're going to talk about the NFL playoffs and go over our predictions and then our own personal overvalued, undervalued, or money 2.0. Be right back. Okay, we are back live and in color. Faithletic the podcast. Just in case you just joined us or missed out, you missed out on a great interview segment with Dodge Sauser, former Team Black mentorship and powerlifting member. Actually, there's never a former member of Team Black, but he is now a junior at Grinnell High School in Iowa, which Kyle is very familiar with.
Yes.
And
Just the whole state of Iowa
Yep.
is near and dear to my heart,
Yep.
literally right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
So, anyway.
And his dad's head football coach over there. Used to be the head football coach here at
UConn.
High School. So
Yeah.
anyway, he'll be a senior next year, and he's being looked at by a lot of universities. He's been on several recruiting trips, and just a good kid. Really well-rounded. His whole family's awesome. His sister was a cheerleader at University of Arkansas. I don't know if she still is or not. But anyway, we're back. And we talked about pro football and what happened last week, and I took a bath.
What's that?
Oh, and another thing, too, we need to figure out who won our contest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we
need
do.
to figure that out.
Yeah,
If you
we
wanna look
owe
that
them.
up,
We
owe
owe
them
them money.
A gift card.
A gift
or something.
card. Yes.
$20, which we said anybody could beat one of us. Not everybody, but anybody. In other
Right.
words, the winner
The winner.
of our Bowl Mania contest through Faithletic. And depending on where area of the country you are, we can mail it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to PM me your message or your email or your address, and we'll give you an option of 3 depending on where you're at. Right now I was thinking Starbucks, which everybody likes, right?
Right. Yes.
If you're near a Sonic, then we could do a Sonic, or we could just do like a Visa card.
I don't know who this
We may
person.
need time to look at it.
Yes, I'm looking. I don't know who Pavo is. Do you know who Pavo is?
I don't.
I don't know who that is.
I'll look at it.
It doesn't say. Like, I need your name, folks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you were in second.
What,
so-
really?
Yes,
well,
you were.
see, it could beat either one of us, so you messed us up anyway. I can't believe I'm second. What was
You
my
were
record?
second. You had 26 games correct.
No way.
Yes, you did. 79%.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. So
So, interesting story.
I was
You ready?
not last. Oh, I was last.
Yeah. You doomed
Dang
us from the
it.
start, man.
Dang it.
Next time, I'm just going to do it. So, interesting story. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
So, in 8th grade, well, actually in 7th grade, I not against the spread because I didn't really know anything about the spread, but I would pick professional football games in my leisure time,
Yeah.
and I was pretty good at it. So I got this wild idea, and trust me, when you're in 8th grade, you have this illusions of grandeur.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I went down to the newspaper in Enid, Oklahoma, and said, "Hey, look, I'm really good at predicting these games. How about put me in my own column?"
Yeah.
And they did.
No joke.
They had to see me. They had to see some results
Some fruit of that
from last
yeah.
year. But yeah, they put me in for. I was called a little pro picker, and I would pick every Sunday, and I would get and they never. It was anonymous. They never let me know who I was. But it's like I would tell people that was you. Yeah, that was me.
Dude, that
was in
is
8th
a
grade.
great
Yeah.
story.
And
That
I
is
don't
really
remember.
cool.
I picked like 80% of the games straight up for the year.
Yeah.
It was,
That is awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my claim to fame. Well, one of them.
Yes. I am pretty good at picking too, we learned.
Yeah, we can
This
see
weekend.
your results. Now, last week you did pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit of a, Nostradamus this year, it feels like. I called at the beginning of the season before one game is played how good San Francisco was going to be, and look where they are now. So, I don't know. I don't mean to brag, but
Yeah, I think you are.
yeah, it was.
A little bit bragging.
Anyway,
a little
sorry.
bit. A little bit. So, in our predictions, Kyle took a commanding lead. In fact, he's probably going to win our little thing between each other, even though I won Bowl Mania between us.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
bring that
yeah.
out.
So, yeah,
Kind of 1-1. But anyway, he is 46-18. I am 43-21. He actually was 5-0 last week, if you can believe it. But we got to talk about something.
yes, we
I'll
do.
bet that the entire Kansas City fan base probably set the cardiac rhythms across the country in hyper mode by the first quarter last Sunday. Tell me you didn't think it was over.
I thought it was over.
Yeah, I'd say.
For sure.
If you were telling me that you didn't think it was over,
so
you've lost your
mind.
I
thought it was over. I thought it was a dead man. Like I mentioned at the very beginning of the show, so did my watch. That is my heartbeat.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
I wish that I could show everybody.
Yeah, you sent that to me.
I don't know if I can, but anyway.
There it is. That's
it is. All over the map. At one point, it thought that my heart was not beating and I was dead. And
they told you to call 911.
I died when Tyreek Hill fumbled the punt. So at one point, yes, I thought that my heart was not beating, and then that is when it went all the way up. That was about when Mecole Hardman took the ball almost to the end zone on a kick return. And I tell you what, like, I was so depressed.
Yeah,
honestly, when it's 24-0, I was like,
did Peyton come over and watch the game with you?
Peyton, Zach, and Courtney Dillard all came over to my house. Good friends, good Chiefs fans. And so I was like, I want to have Chiefs. I figured, okay, for the divisional game, I could have people over. But now, this weekend, we're really getting serious right now. It's the AFC Championship game. Anyway, I thought this season was over. I really did, even in the first quarter. Now, I did say, look at Patrick Mahomes on the sideline leading his team. And I don't know if anybody saw that, but he said, they're playing us man-to-man. Let's take this game one at a time, or one play at a time.
Sure.
And they did that. And the leadership that he had, you could see the poise inside. Like, he was incredible. It was the opposite of what Lamar Jackson did the night before in the Titans game, where it looked like when the pressure was on Lamar just crumbled. And Lamar's the MVP. He's still incredible. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there's going to be the conversation going forward if Patrick Mahomes if Patty Mahomes or Lamar Jackson is better. And that's not really, they're both different. But to me, Patrick Mahomes' leadership was unstoppable, or just incredible.
You know, they remind me of?
Yeah.
What he reminded me of?
Who's that?
Roger Staubach.
A little bit? Like just coaching him up on the sideline?
Well, that and just never having the perception that it was over.
Right.
Roger always this. Speaking of top 11 college football players of all time.
And Barry Sanders was I think he got robbed.
He should have been higher.
I think Barry Sanders is a top 5 to me.
Yeah.
But
two of those players were Dallas Cowboys, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Who was the other one? Herschel Walker, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, really? I mean, seriously. I mean, I was not all agreement with that. Not so much the order, but Jim Thorpe and Red Grange.
Yeah,
I was kind of like,
it was weird, and Jim Brown even as number 1. I was like,
I didn't think that was right either.
It seemed odd to me. Like
maybe pros, perhaps, but college. I mean, did you just? I mean. I don't know.
I mean, it's weird to me not to have Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I was going to say Tebow.
Tebow to me is he's got to be in the top 11.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wondered if they were trying to be, and I got to be careful of what I say, this politically correct, and putting Jim Thorpe in there and maybe Red Grange. I don't know. It just seemed like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there was anybody. If I was going to say two of those that probably should have been there, I mean, I'm not sure they should have been there.
It was just odd because, I mean, I don't know. It was. Maybe it's because we're in the modern era.
Maybe. I mean, I'm familiar with those. I mean,
right.
But
even Danny Werfel. Like Danny Werfel is one of the.
I don't know if I'd put him in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was going to look up the list again, just for my own benefit. And again, I really didn't get too carried away. Let's see, top college football players. I didn't get too carried away by how they ranked them, but I kind of was like, where is it at? Top 11. Oh, there it is. I I didn't really get too carried away by the way they ranked them. Roger was 11. Roger Staubach. 10 was Gale Sayers.
The Kansas Comet.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Barry Sanders definitely. I mean, that could be a good Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
I don't know. College-wise, Earl Campbell probably.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
Red Grange.
I mean, he definitely changed the sport. I get that, but like
Jim Thorpe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Archie Griffin definitely.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them, Bo Jackson definitely. And then third was Herschel, or second was Herschel. And then first, of course, Jim Brown. So I just seemed a little odd to me, a little bit.
Yeah, I had questions like where is Tim Tebow? Like,
yeah,
I think that was my biggest question. Honestly, it's like why wasn't he on that list when he just should have been? Roger was the only quarterback on that list.
He was. I mean, there could be an argument there for Vince Young. I mean,
you could.
I mean, there could
he
be
was
an
incredible.
argument.
Yeah.
Staubach probably was first of his kind, and he won the Heisman, and he did, but I'm probably biased to Staubach because he's my favorite player ever, favorite athlete ever.
Right. What about Tommy Frazier?
Probably not.
Not quite.
No.
But he did have a couple dominant years.
Yeah.
In college. When you think of pure college football players, I don't know.
It just seemed a little. I mean, you got to go. So you got to do something with it. And if you hadn't had them in there, they said, well, nobody in the early era was in there. And like, okay. So
well, maybe we ought to do our own list sometime.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, for sure.
But what was I going to write down? Where'd my pen go?
5 OU things that
I lost my pen.
5 things
Maybe
that OU
fans
don't want to talk about.
Topics they don't want to discuss.
They don't want to discuss.
Is there a pen?
There's one right here.
I got it.
Here's another one.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. So, future, I'm writing it down now, topics.
Of discussion.
Bear with me. Future topics, top topics, something like that. OU doesn't want to talk about.
Yes.
OU fans doesn't want to talk about.
And top 11 college football players. We're going to come back to these topics later on a later date. I did want to say, though, about the Chiefs-Titans game, the Chiefs-Texan game. It was, like, I still won't take anything for granted in the NFL.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
100%.
They've knocked off the 2 top teams in the AFC.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not counting the Chiefs,
yeah.
but... First of all, arguably, the Patriots are more than a dynasty. They're like a I don't even know what you call them. They're more of a dynasty. They're more than a dynasty.
No, I think that they
were 20 years.
Yeah, and I think it was a different version of the Patriots.
It was,
team.
but still,
it's the Patriots.
The mystique. It's Tom Brady. It's Bill Belichick, and they beat them, and they beat the Ravens. Arguably, the most dynamic offense we've ever seen.
Yeah, it is like.
What?
Tom Brady is facing the Patriots in the playoff is like playing Tiger Woods on Sunday at Augusta.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like that's their element.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, there's automatically that intimidation factor. So the Titans going in there beating Bill Belichick. And not many people that have played or coached with Bill Belichick on their staff have beaten the master himself. And Vrabel went in there and did it.
He did.
Now, I am not taking the Titans for granted because they absolutely destroyed the Ravens 100%. Now, I know that Ravens, I'm not making excuses or anything or wishful thinking, but like the Ravens did look bad. There was a combination of the Titans looking really, really good and the Ravens looking really, really bad. And it showed itself. But I do think I'm still going with my prediction, and I know if we're a little early on this, but my prediction since week 8 has been the Chiefs and the Packers. The Packers are finding ways to win.
Wait.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna dispute that slightly.
What do you mean?
Because you were still sticking with the Cowboys and Chiefs.
I mean,
later than week 8.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, like you're right about that.
I'm calling you out.
You're right. So, but I think I sat up there in Arrowhead and I was like, this could happen where it's Chiefs and Packers in the Super Bowl. And I've anyway, that is still my pick. I think Aaron Rodgers factor is a big deal, and I think that
I hope not.
You don't think so?
You
don't like the Packers?
Well, I understand it's probably a coincidence, but is it when the two most commercialized players in the NFL?
Conspiracy theory.
I'm just surprised that Baker Mayfield's not in it because he definitely had the best commercial of the three, the best commercials of the three.
Yeah.
But you've got Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes in the State Farm commercial, and they could end up being in the Super Bowl. State Farm will have a field day.
They will freak out. And I don't know. Like, and it's funny. You think Patrick Mahomes is on every commercial now? Just wait.
Oh,
just
God.
You wait.
We already see too much of Aaron Rodgers, and I can't him.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not. First of all, I'm not a 49ers fan at all, but I'm going to be this Sunday.
You're really rooting against you don't really want them to win. I am actually rooting for the Packers too.
No. I'm rooting for the 49ers.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm actually rooting for the Packers because I want to see that Chiefs Packers. I want to see Rodgers versus Mahomes. Give it to me. I want to see it. But I really do. I think that it'll end up. I think it could happen. I think that the Packers have been winning.
It doesn't doubt it for a second.
Yeah.
Because I'm pulling for the 49ers, so you know they're going to lose.
So, yeah, here's the thing. You could absolutely make a case for every one of those teams to win the Super Bowl.
Sure.
You could absolutely do that.
Sure.
I've been comparing this Titans team to the Cardinals team that made the Super Bowl in 2000 and believe that was 2009.
They lost.
I want to say where they lost to the Steelers.
Yeah.
I've been comparing them to
that was one of the best Super Bowls.
It was a great Super Bowl. Santonio Holmes with that touchdown in the side of the
Fitzgerald
end zone. Larry Fitzgerald, Kurt Warner.
Crazy game.
I have been comparing that because they snuck into the playoffs. They with a win against New England actually on a snowy day. They snuck into the playoffs, and they just got hot in the postseason, and that's what the Titans remind me of, and it makes me nervous, and I'm not sold like that the Chiefs are definitely gonna win at all. Like that 7-point spread, I'm like, golly, that's a lot of points against this Tennessee team who's really, really tough. So, but I think it'll end up being the Chiefs and the Packers still.
Well, I hope the Chiefs are there.
Yes.
I won't just lose my cookies if it's the Titans, but I will if it's the Packers. 49ers. The only reason I don't want the 49ers in there is I don't want them to win a 6th Super Bowl, but whatever.
I think that Roger Goodell, though, is praying for Chiefs.
He wants
Packers.
Chiefs Packers because it's the first Super Bowl.
Yes, that rematch.
Yeah. They'll have to bring all those people, if there's any of them still living.
Yeah, right.
They'll be honored at halftime for the very first Super Bowl
up
there. We'll just
great.
So anyway, I mean, there's only 2 games, so I guess we can pick our games. I mean, we kind of already did.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Chiefs Packers. I've got 49ers Chiefs. So we know what that is, right? Is that the way you're going?
Yeah. Yep.
So you're going, KC's going with KC, and DB's going with KC. And then you're going with the Packers, and I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you almost have to go Titans to even
You know what?
tie.
I kind of have to, truthfully, you know what? Yeah, because I'm going to do that. Just for fun. Just for fun, because if I win, and I win both games, then we're tied
I'm
one game out.
Yeah, you're one game out.
Ahead.
Yeah.
So I got to pick against you in the Super Bowl to tie you up.
This is it. You got it. This is your Hail
Playing
Mary.
for the tie, baby.
Also,
Jason Garrett.
Also,
play for the tie. Play for the field goal.
Also, this bodes well for the Chiefs so that you're not picking them as well.
Yeah,
So,
you're nervous, weren't you?
Yeah. Get off that Chiefs team.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd be nervous too because everybody I pick loses.
Yeah.
Well, I picked Clemson. Look what happened.
I have realized that I thought that I had this lucky Chiefs jersey.
Did you take it off?
So, yeah, here. So, the days that I've worn the Chiefs jersey, we've lost. So, I've had 2 losses in that jersey. The next time I wore that jersey, Patrick Mahomes got hurt. And then I was like, I'm not wearing this jersey anymore. So I put that jersey on Sunday, and I'm like, maybe it's.
No!
I want this to be my lucky jersey, and so I put it on, and I took it off after they scored, and I put on a Chiefs sweatshirt that I bought, and lo and behold,
They came back.
they came back.
So, let me tell you my story of Sunday. So, I was really excited about watching the game, and I'm laying in the in my man cave.
Right.
Kind of relaxing Sunday afternoon after church.
Right.
You got things to do Sunday night. I just need a little breather, but I got the game on, but it hasn't started yet. So 2 hours later, I wake up. It's 28-24, and I missed all the melee. I missed all of it.
I almost wish that.
Yeah, I bet you
that I
did.
could
Your
have
phone
that.
hadn't flipped out on
Yeah,
you. Or
oh, yeah.
Your Apple Watch. So
Yeah.
I mean, certainly if I would have been. Because if it had been Cowboys game, I'd already been out of the house. If it got 24-0, I'd say I'm leaving.
My dad was texting me, and he's like, "I don't think I can watch this game anymore." And I said, "I don't either, but I can't.
Turn it
I haven't
off.
missed a Chiefs play all season. You know, like
couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it,
Yeah.
and I'm so, it's just,
It's funny.
I've been trying to be more loyal to one team lately. That's been my goal since last year. It's like, okay, I'm gonna pick Kansas City and Iowa. Those are my teams, 100%. And so I've anyway, that game, I really thought it was done, and I was like, they're doing this to me again, like really again. Like,
But they didn't,
they didn't.
and they won by 20.
Yes. So
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So that is our NFL preview. We've kind of done our college preview. We've talked to Dodge Sauser just a few minutes ago, high school standout out of Grinnell, Iowa. So I think it's time for overvalued, undervalued, or money 2.0.
Bring it on.
Okay, so you want to start asking, or
You got it.
Okay, so I'm going to
First.
start. Okay, overvalued, undervalued, or money?
Okay.
Thin crust pizza.
I think it's weak, so overvalued.
Oh, come on. Chicagoans would say that.
Yes. No, I do like I like thin crust, but give me the deep dish.
Yeah.
Give me the deep dish.
See, the deep dish
pizza.
is just too. It's just too overwhelming to me.
It's a pie.
It is a pie.
It's not a pizza. It's more of a pie.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So, overvalued.
I think it's overvalued.
Okay. All right. Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't agree, but whatever. All right. Well, that's why we have. That's why we have overvalued around money.
You know, I don't think I've ever had a Domino's thin crust though.
Well, you should try it.
Do you think it's good?
I think it is.
Okay.
Okay. Overvalued, undervalued, or money. See, I caught myself off guard. Okay.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, I'm still stumped. Overvalued, undervalued, or money. Let's go with. I'm going blank. We just had the dead air. Why am I going blank?
I can't wait.
Let me see here. Okay.
Yes.
Ices.
Money, baby.
Money. All right.
Dan and I love ices.
We do.
Just for the record.
And I am on a 21-day fast of Coke and ices, by the way, which I have not broken yet.
It's so it's hard.
I don't know what it is about an icy. I like they have to be the right kind though. They got to have the right texture.
Right.
They can't be too heavy. They can't be too sweet. They got to be kind of airy. They got to be cold on my throat. So
we have them at least every Sunday. We usually get an icy after church.
When I'm doing them, I'm doing more than once a Sunday. That's for sure. I not every day, but I'd say 3-4 times a week.
Yeah,
perhaps. I'm doing ices and just need to cut back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you said money.
Oh yeah.
So that's one money, one overvalued. Okay.
Yeah.
Overvalued, undervalued, or money?
We got dead air again. Keep listening to us.
Tonight.
We're not
overvalued, undervalued, or money.
You got this.
Willie Nelson.
I will say money.
Okay.
Just because I think Willie Nelson's great, and my grandpa would want me to say money.
There you go. There you go.
Definitely. So,
I would probably say money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't very. Usually, I have some in my head going, and for
yeah,
some reason
but just
that
that happens sometimes.
Of course, we already did a version earlier, so
yes.
maybe just moneyed out. So, okay, your turn. See if you're any quicker.
Overvalued, undervalued, or money. Pearl Jam.
Okay, good. Money.
Dan, I can't tell you. I am so excited that they're coming to Oklahoma
I didn't know
City.
That.
They made an announcement this week that they're coming to Oklahoma City. They are on my my top 2 favorite bands of all time: Bruce Springsteen,
I was
Pearl
gonna say
Jam.
Bruce, yeah.
Yep. And then so
you can barely breathe right now.
Right? Yeah. Right. Just breathe. That's one of their songs. Anyway, I am currently in line to get tickets right now, and I also.
What's that?
They
mean?
are on my I am on their fan list that they're hopefully that they'll
when
send
are they
me
coming?
pre-ordered April 6th. So I'm on that, and then I am also going to see Elton John.
Oh, shut your mouth!
I'm going.
I didn't know he was coming either.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh,
yeah.
You're killing me.
No, so I am going to that, and I'm trying to get tickets to Pearl Jam.
You already got the tickets for
I
Elton
did.
John?
I got invited to go, and so I am going.
You're killing me.
And those are literally on my top 2 music bucket list, and that is coming into fruition for me that I get to see them. So I'm really, really excited about that.
I may have told you this, and if I haven't, then you're hearing it for the first time. So
right.
We're in Las Vegas. 10, 12, maybe 15 years ago, something like that. He's performing at Caesar's Palace.
Right.
And we can go buy the tickets. And my wife was good with it, and I just didn't.
You just couldn't do it.
I didn't do it. I could have. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because the tickets were too high. They weren't astronomically high.
Really?
Not astronomically.
Oh,
they were less than $100, I think.
Oh, I was
something like that. And I was like,
It
just didn't do it.
We'll see him some
I'm
other
crazy. I was crazy.
You're a little crazy.
Yeah.
Because
he's like one of my,
Oh, yeah. We talked about him on overvalued, undervalued money.
Yes, absolutely.
I love Elton John.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
Yeah, his music's incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I am so excited about that concert. I'm so excited about Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
we're getting a lot.
I hate you now.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
I could probably live with you going to Pearl Jam, but Elton John.
You can still get tickets.
I can, huh?
StubHub, baby.
Yeah.
That's the way I go on to get my concerts.
Yeah, I know, but gosh.
Okay. Maybe StubHub will start paying us.
Okay. Go.
Oh, yeah. Overvalued, undervalued, or money. Let's say Joe Burrow.
Oh. Probably. I want to say money, but I'm going to say he's undervalued because I think he's
that good.
I think he's that good. I do.
So they had him on one of my favorite podcasts called Pardon My Take. And they briefly mentioned that Odell Beckham Jr. was handing out bills on the sideline.
Okay.
And Joe Burrow kind of skipped over that a little bit. He's like, I shouldn't take, like, he's like, I'm no longer a student athlete. He never said if it was real money or not, but he kind of got himself in a little bit of hot water yesterday. Yeah. So there was no like conclusive, like he actually took real money or anything like that. But Odell Beckham Jr. allegedly was on the sideline giving out money to kids after they won because he's an LSU grad. So that's pretty crazy.
I think I saw that or heard about it or something. It was like one of the featured things on something.
Yeah, it was on ESPN.
Yeah, maybe it was ESPN.
Oh gosh,
that's I would say undervalued. I think he's really good.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
And he you kind of think a little bit of with him. He kind of comes off as being draft day. With who's the
Kevin
you haven't never
Costner.
seen it?
No, I never. But
what was the guy's name? That was the number 1 draft pick that he didn't pick.
Tim Couch.
No, Bo Callahan.
Bo
Callahan. That it was like the Ryan Leaf. He went like the 7th pick overall,
woof.
and he was supposed to be the number 1 pick. He comes off that way, but he isn't. In other words, Mr. Cool, Mr. Laid Back, Mr. I've got this, but in the reality was Kevin Costner said, I think he's a bust.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Right.
But kind of just somehow.
He looks like what we thought Macaulay Culkin would grow up to look like.
Okay, I never thought of that, but
I'll have to show you a picture.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go overvalued, undervalued, or money. The XFL this season.
Overvalued.
Dan, I'm going to miss football.
Yeah, but I ain't going to miss it that much.
I'm going to miss the NFL.
I'm not going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not going to be
I would
excited
rather-
about it, but I'm going to watch it.
I would rather play NCAA football on my PlayStation. than
Let's
watch
go.
it. You want to play?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we could podcast that, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a Twitch channel and everything.
Yeah, we'll have a battle of Kyle and Coach here.
Yes,
Casey and Coach in the battle of the NCAA football.
I'll practice on mine this week.
Okay.
And,
do you have a PlayStation or
I
Xbox?
do. PlayStation 3.
Well, so's mine.
That's
we're gonna hook up. Can I bring my own team?
Oh, yeah. What do you have, the OSU All-Stars?
No, I do not.
You got Barry Sanders.
I have the UCO Broncos that I
that's
created
right,
in the
yes.
program. Got my own team.
The national champs, baby.
Like 5 times in a row. Yeah.
Go Broncos.
Okay. So what else we got? Devotion?
Yeah, one more thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk long about it, but the whole Astros thing is nuts.
Okay, yeah, tell us what's going on there.
So if you didn't know, just from the very beginning, like the Astros were using their outfield cameras to basically zoom in on the opposing team's catcher.
Sounds like the Patriots.
Yep, a little bit. So they zoom in, so they try to figure out who was giving what pitch. And a lot of times just by the fingers that the catcher puts down, you're able to tell, okay, a fastball's coming, or because some of those signs are pretty universal. So anyway, they are using this technology to figure it out, and then they had somebody in the crowd standing, they were hitting a garbage can to let the hitter know, hey, if I hit this garbage can once, it means a fastball's coming. 2, if I hit it twice, a curveball's coming, which is a incredible advantage in football or baseball, obviously, for a hitter. And so all of that said, they've done the investigation, and through that they suspended A.J. Hinch, the manager of the Astros, 1 year, and their GM 1 year, and then would later fire them. The Astros later fired them. Alex Cora, who's the coach of the Red Sox, was the bench coach at that time. He gets fired in Boston. And today, Carlos Beltran, who was a player on the team, who also had a part in it, or just being a player, he steps down with the Mets.
Wow.
So you have 4 coaches 4 people that were fired because of this. And the crazy thing is not one player has gotten any penalty for this. The Astros get fined by $5 million and also forfeit their first and second round pick for the next 2 years.
Whoa.
It's
pretty stiff.
Basically the equivalent of a baseball death penalty, as much as they possibly could.
Yeah.
But still, like, people are upset. To me, this is much worse than anything Pete Rose did. Now, I know you could get into morality or whatever, but this is really, like, totally, absolutely breaking apart the integrity of baseball.
Yeah.
And baseball can't afford this right now. They are
They're
losing popularity.
Yeah, they are.
They were at one point the second most, or they were the first most watched sport in, ever, and now they're just not. So, I mean, they're fifth. They're behind hockey right now, the regular season.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
Or close to, anyway.
I'm really surprised by that.
Yeah.
That's.
They're on the level right now with international soccer.
They need another home run battle or something.
They do. They need
because
something.
if it ain't been for Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, it'd be long dead.
Yes. Hey, Heath Mosher. Good to see you. He says, hey, Cookie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Heath is from Taylor University. Cookie. We lived on the same floor.
Give me my 5-hook, Cookie.
So, hey, Heath. Glad you
what
joined
is
us.
that?
What do you...
It's a movie from Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, I don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, he's...
yeah.
Man, no, not A Few Good Men. It's something else. Something like that.
Oh, A Few Good Men.
No, A Few Good Men was Tom Cruise.
You Can't Handle the Truth?
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise. It's a different movie.
Yeah.
Similar, though.
So, yeah, anyway, that's just crazy. Can I do have a little bit of a devotion if you want me.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I have one, but you go since you're ready. Go.
Oh, you had one?
No, go. You're
okay.
Good. You're good.
So, I had the opportunity to share a little bit with the 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams. I got to speak in front of them on Monday. It was really cool, and I shared with him the story of Shaquem Griffin, which for people that are listening, if you don't know the story of Shaquem Griffin, back in high school, he and his brother Shaquille, they had dreams of making the NFL, and Shaquem was eventually drafted by UCF and was a standout, won the Defensive Player of the Year with UCF the year that they they claimed their national championship. And is an incredible guy. Eventually, because he won Defensive Player of the Year, got invited to the Combine and showed off his skills, was highly drafted highly looked at by a bunch of teams. Eventually, he gets picked by the Seahawks. The crazy thing about Shaquem Griffin, if you didn't know, is he doesn't have a hand. He is missing a hand.
Right.
And I talked to those kids or those girls, and I said, "Hey, don't let anything get in the way. Don't let anything hinder you." And so I was thinking about that, and it was reminded me of Hebrews 12:2 about the fact that hey, don't let, and since we're surrounded by such a cloud of witnesses, let us keep running the race, laying aside every weight and every sin as we look towards the goal of Jesus Christ. And so when you think about that, that verse is not just talking about it's not just saying sin. It's not just saying that, hey, we need to lay aside sin. It's not just saying that. It's also saying that we lay aside every single weight. So there are things that, we shouldn't ask the question, and John Piper so clearly said this as well. It's we shouldn't ask the question, hey, is this a sin? That's not the greatest question that you can ask. It's why are you asking that question in the first place?
Yeah.
Does it help me run towards Jesus more?
Mm-hmm.
Is the question that we should be asking. And we have such a cloud of witnesses. We're reading the Old Testament right now, you and I.
Yep.
We're going back to the beginning. And we look at these people, and that's a cloud of witnesses that has gone before us, that we have these examples of great faith when you think about like reading about Jacob this morning, like
Joseph.
Joseph,
That
yeah.
was actually
Jacob,
that was
yeah.
actually my devotion.
Yeah,
but I'll do it
Joseph.
next week or next. I got it reserved. I'm
But
good.
yeah, and but thinking about Joseph and just him being faithful wherever he was at, and having that as an example is such a cloud of.
Well, his journey more.
Yeah.
I think. Well, it is his faithfulness and his obedience.
Yeah.
But it's just the journey how God prepared him along the way. But
Right.
Yeah.
But we have these people, this cloud of witnesses that have gone before us. So lay aside every weight, spend time in your word, and focus on the cross of Jesus. And that was my point. Is like it's anything that is trying to weigh you down, like leave it at the feet of Jesus, for sure. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Did you want to go talk about Joseph a little bit
No, I'll
more?
save it for another one.
Okay. Save it for next week.
Yeah, next week or
I got
well,
excited.
That's okay. I mean, that's why we do it off the cuff. That's why we don't have a script. And I told our guest, that's our potential guest for next week, we don't have anything scripted. So I mean, we kind of have topics we're going to talk about. But we just go. That's what the love about. And I don't know how other shows, podcasts, radio shows, whatever. I don't know how they set their formats up. But I know they have producer kind of decides what they're going to talk about, and they kind of go into it. And they may not know exactly what they're going to say, but we kind of figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, but that just we've been doing this for a
while,
year and a half now, or
like
close to
that.
2 years.
Well, we've been Faithletic wise, we've been just doing since October. But
yeah,
you and I have been, we were with a radio station at one point in time, probably a year and a half, close to it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while, and so
October was 2 years for me.
Yeah.
When I started with Crossover Radio.
Sure.
October would have been 2. So, yeah. 2
Yeah.
years. So anyway.
So we've been doing this a while together, and
Yeah.
so like it's just I always like to call this sports therapy.
Yeah, it is.
Because for about an hour and a half, we get to talk about sports and faith, and
yeah, we do.
Don't have to worry about anything
Nope.
else. So
And we can
that's
control
why
the content and
yeah. So
try not to get too crazy.
yeah. Well, the Cowboys will always keep you
me a little
crazy.
bit. Yeah, well, you got to add a little bit of flavor somewhere. You got to be unpredictable. I mean,
yes.
if you're predictable, then everybody knows what you're going to say, and they don't listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the unpredictable one.
So, by the way, I think I'm going to end everything that I say like Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, red raw.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end every, like, instead of, I think I'm going to say go Chiefs every time.
What does he do? What does he do?
Oh, he goes, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Cowboys. Go Cowboys.
Every interview, go Tigers. Go Tigers. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, you need. Were you the one that texted me the other night and said you need subtitles?
You need to, there was one point at the very beginning of the game where I'm like, Coach O.
Hey, well, I'm sorry. Now I play blocking. We'll just, we just gotta get them. Okay, let's go. Be right back.
Coach, you need.
What did you say?
Coach, you need subtitles.
Yeah, you can't. That's I don't know. I don't know.
What's the Bayou? Like, I mean, he's like that is the cool thing about Coach O is like he's from Louisiana. He loves Louisiana. He talks like he's from Louisiana, and so, like, pretty incredible that he gets to win a championship for the state of Alabama.
Yeah,
so.
Well, whatever. For Alabama.
I'm sorry, Louisiana.
Okay, we've had enough tonight.
Yeah,
Louisiana. You don't know what state you're in.
Yeah, Louisiana.
What state are you in? Iowa?
He loves Louisiana. He loves everything about Louisiana, and he won a championship for Louisiana.
Folks, you have joined Faithletic, the podcast, the hottest podcast going today. You have joined us in the very beautiful Faithletic Sports Palace Complex and Studios in the parts unknown.
Yep.
Next week, we hope to have a very special guest, but we're not gonna.
We're gonna
keep it on the down low for now. Yes. I don't want to give it away.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining us. You can catch our previous episodes here on the Facebook page. That's Faithletic, or you can go to our YouTube channel. Just type in Faithletic. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the alarm bell, and that way, every time a broadcast or episode is loaded, you can see it.
Yep.
Be a part of Faithletic. Thanks for joining us. Remember, God loves you. So do we. Have a great week.
Bye, Mom. Go Chiefs.